inspection that is completed.
I'm waiting on the diesel doctor.
Or include a level 3. So we need to make sure that those three walk through the entire process.
I'm waiting on the axle doctor. Tim was able to get a hold of an axle doctor. He's supposed to come out here with a spindle. I was able to get everything across the street.
For a driver to do multiple transfers in a year.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that, you know, if you do something once and you don't get stopped for a year and a half, is that driver going to remember how to do a transfer from their training?
Westgate Trailer Equipment.
You're training, you're teaching them a lot of stuff. You're going to talk to them about pay. You're going to talk to them about
Mr. David was very helpful. They had everything we needed, all except for the spindle and doctor to put it on. So we're waiting on him to come out here, get that on, and then we'll be on our merry little way.
Yeah. The top things they're going to remember is, how am I going to get paid?
Depending on, like,
Yeah.
in our orientation,
I'm having
like,
so much fun here.
Everything, and we have like extra training sessions.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, 6:48, Friday, November the 7th. So I last left off. I was on the ramp Wednesday night with the wheel bearing turning into a liquid metal. Well, so the next morning I got off. I walked over here and looked all this place up on the internet, and so it turns out I was across the street from a livestock auction, and on the other side of the street from that was this place, Wright's Westgate Trailer and Equipment, which has come into play. And so first of all, I drove over to the auction, and the people were just really nice and just very nice, and showed hospitality towards me and allowed me to park here. And then across the street, I talked to them about what was going on, and they happened to have all the parts that we needed other than the spindle and the spindle doctor. So as the day played out, finally Tim and his dad were able to get together, and they found a spindle doctor, and he was supposed to come out last night. I stayed up until right around 12 o'clock. I had been up since 4 o'clock and had went to bed the night before at 1 o'clock, so I was going the whole day on that. But anyway, the guy never showed up. Don't know where this diesel doctor is, or at least not diesel doctor, but spindle doctor. But about $1,000 worth of parts that he'll need, and sitting back there on the trailer waiting for him to get here. Oh, by the way, yes, I will have clips of that. I had, while I was waiting yesterday, I had steak. There's my steak. And there's me eating my steak. Woo! Wee! Oh! Wow! 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 Wowee! While I wait. And I tried to get steak here, but they sold out the night before during their big auction, so they didn't have any more steak. They had some beef, but I don't do any beef in here because well, I just don't. So maybe at home. That APU gets more work than anything lately. We have a new hub. There's the lug nuts that came off, the wheel. It didn't drag the rubber whatsoever. All the new parts are in here. So, waiting on the axle doctor. And so first they were going to send a driver. That's where I was parked over there when I first came in, across the road. They were gonna send a driver, a team over here, and they were gonna send a crane and swap the load out onto another trailer, and then I would continue on from there. But after they found the spindle doctor, they figured that would speed the process up. And I imagine it would if the guy would ever show up. So by the time they were supposed to get here around noon, I guess, the team with the other trailer, the way it looks to me is that it's not, I don't know, time-wise, if it's ever going to make any difference. I guess the only difference it would make is that it costs a bundle. And that's about it. Plus they wouldn't have to work on it when I get it back. So anyway, what can you do? You tried to make all, that's like my old Mac right there. Kinda, mine didn't have the arch right there on the behind where the tailgate goes to the tail end goes welded to the bed, that little arch above the wheel. Mine wasn't like that. It didn't have that arch. The rest of it was pretty much the same. And I had boxes between the axles. Big boxes. That was a nice trailer, I remember that. Wasn't too long ago. So yeah, just thought I'd update y'all. I put the night, Wednesday night, up. It's up on YouTube, where I had to get the truck off the road, and then where I left you guys off is when I parked across the road there, and then that's where you were left off. And then I spent the whole day yesterday here, and finally got some sleep last night, and here we are on Friday morning. And some YouTubers, Mr. Odom, I'm counting, I don't have my glasses on, I can see the counter now. This is Brent Odom, ladies and gentlemen. He knocked on my door and surprised me, and I jumped up, hit my head on the cabinet, looked out and saw this great big smile, opened the door. He said he wanted to meet me, and not only that, he said he'd take me to the store. So he took me to the store, him and his awesome wife that's out there pumping the fuel. Isn't that awesome? People are really nice around here. If y'all ever get around the mountain home, y'all got Mountain Grove, yeah. Missouri, y'all got to come out here. People are just wonderful. I love it over here. Sure enough. The people make it, you know. If people are nice, like they are here, that makes it a wonderful place to me. Mr. Brent Odom. Thank you, sir.
No problem, buddy.
And his wife come by last night and knocked on my door and wanted to introduce themselves. they're very nice, and they say they watch our channel all the time. Thanks, Mr. Odom, and your family for watching, and we appreciate it. Thanks very much. And they were nice enough to run me over to Wal-Mart, which is down the way a couple miles, and I picked up some meat because couldn't get none here, and I cooked my last steak, and so got some meat, and so I got some meat to cook, and you know, some oranges and some water, so that'll get me by for a while. And anyway, people are very hospitable around here, very nice. I guess the reason why that sticks out so much is because it does stand out. I know there's a lot of nice people around, but this place seems to have an abundance of it, and I love it. I love people's hospitality. So anyway, waiting on the Axel dude. He's got my number, and if he would, I don't know what he's hung up on. He must be gotten hung up on another job or something, but when he gets here, we'll make a conclusion on the clips and piece together a video, and we can get on out of here. Oh, look at this thing I found laying in the yard here. It was actually not in the yard. It was way over there on the other side of those buildings, laying in the mud. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what this thing is. Looks like to me something that goes on a horse. Talk to you later, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching.